So we're here in Ibwa Park with Simon. We're a few days out after the Buzios event, Born to Close 2026, and we're sitting down with him to take away his biggest learnings, where he feels like he's going to end up after coming to this event, and just his overall thoughts on the experience. So if you were to kick it off, what was your biggest learnings and takeaways from the event in your own opinion?
My biggest takeaways personally was getting to know the people that I've spent a lot of time in the last 3-4 months, you know, taking calls, coaching calls, role plays, communicating inside our Discord community. It was really cool to meet those people face to face, to actually, you know, get to know them in person. When it comes to my biggest takeaways, my biggest learnings, like Nick and Zach already mentioned, everybody has, or most of us had the same bottleneck of lack of self-belief, like myself, and just having a different viewpoint, a different perspective on how we can approach this problem moving forward, already believing that we are where we set out to be in terms of already experiencing the emotions, the way we feel our state after we would achieve those goals is what allows us to, you know, cross that barrier, you know, turn off that self-belief and listen to feed the other wolf. Feed the wolf that is actually going to serve us and not work against us like it, for me personally, in a lot of cases has in the past. So that for me has been a huge light bulb moment, and I feel like it's gonna serve me moving forward for sure.
If you had to put a ROI on what you think you'll get out of from Born to Close in the event, what would you say it would be? Like 2x, 10x, 100x?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, if you just look at it, going to an event like this, having a different perspective, a different outlook on problems or different perspective, I can't say for sure that myself personally, would get to those realizations for myself. So maybe I never get there. Maybe I stay at 2K a month, 5K, 10K a month. Maybe I never get to 50, 100K a month. So from that perspective, it's maybe I never even get there. But when it comes to just the pure ROI, I think it's easily 100x.
Let's go.
What makes you say that?
We spent a few grand to live in a $3 million mansion for 5 days, surrounded by savages who are on the same path as us, who already achieved the things that we want to achieve. And we broke some limiting beliefs, we broke some barriers, and it's easily 100x for me.
How do you think being in a $3 million house and in that environment, how do you think that's changed maybe your conditioning and perception around these big things?
It's just there. It's on the tip of my fingers, right? I want this for myself as well, having the ability to take my family, take my friends, spend quality time together in that type of an environment. It just makes it achievable. It doesn't make it like this, a Mount Everest or something that's unachievable for me. It's just right there on the other side of my self-belief, on the other side of my fears, and on the other side of taking a whole lot of action.
Let's say there's a rep watching this right now, sales rep. They're either new to the game, they're making 5K a month, they're making 10, 15K a month. What do you think after going through the event, after being in Born to Close a few months, like would be the main thing you would want to tell them if they're kind of stuck in this loop of not being where they want to be yet?
Yeah, and we touched on this with Chandler stock and Locky stock. What is your money doing for you in your bank account? Really ask yourself that. I mean, is it just sitting there so you can feel a bit safer, so you can, I don't know, spend some money on nice shoes like Jack has here?
Yeah, or zoom in on those jerseys.
Or do you want to spend that money on something that's going to multiply it 100-fold or 300-fold? I had the same realization as Zach mentioned before after watching an Alex Hormozi video talking about different types of investments, S&P 500s, crypto, all of that stuff. But at the end, the last 5 minutes of the video, he mentions, the best investment of all that I've had personally is just reinvesting into myself, reinvesting into my knowledge, reinvesting into my ability to generate income. And that's going to be the biggest return on your investment. And I've had the exact same experience joining Born to Close. And I feel like that applies to absolutely everyone who is serious about achieving success in sales, marketing, whatever the case may be, whatever your vehicle is.
What's your thoughts on Brazil, Sao Paulo, Buzios? How's that been for you?
I mean, it's been great. We spent a day or two in Rio. Buzios was absolutely amazing. Again, touching on the villa, having 24/7 service, people cleaning after you, cooking for you, beachfront property, 5 a.m. runs, basketball courts, boat trips. It's all been amazing. And now just taking that energy, taking the things that we learned in that environment and applying it to our sales process, to our mental state, to our life in general. And yeah, spending a few extra days here in Sao Paulo, it's been an absolute blast.
Where do you see yourself the next 90 days after you take in, obviously, everything from the event, you continue in Born to Close?
Yeah.
What's on the horizon for you?
For me, it's 20, 30K months consistently. Whether that may be on V-Shred or somewhere else, that remains to be seen, but it's just moving forward and taking action. 20, 30K months. Here we come.
Let's get it. Will we also be seeing you in Miami?
Of course you will.
Let's go. All right, sweet. Thanks for coming along, bro. It's great to have you. Do you have any final last words? Any advice you would give to anyone watching this?
My advice is, if you have the feeling, if you have the urge, and you're just afraid to take action, just do it. Believe in yourself, put the chips on your side of the table, and good things will come from it.
Let's go. See you in Miami, bro.
All right. Smile later.